It's red left switch, Z right, sprint right G, U corner, halfback flat. Nice and easy, let's walk it, here we go.
Welcome back, Jeremiah Sirles.
Hello.
From the wilderness. From the wilderness to the film room here
back,
on the
baby.
O-line committee.
Back to the land of the living.
Man, we're excited for the stories on next week's podcast. Get all the elk close encounters, but this here is a time for a Lions film breakdown. If you're new to the O-line committee, it's Jeremiah Sirles and Alex Boone, a combined 16 years in the NFL trenches with an 8th grade left guard here too for expertise. That would be me. And last night, the Detroit Lions racked up 42 points. They were dominant in the red zone. Jared Goff was 18 for 18 passing and caught a touchdown pass. So I just pulled just a few of their touchdowns in the deep, most of them in the deep red zone here. But let's start with the trick play that wound up being a Jared Goff touchdown reception, gentlemen. We're going to take a look at this. But the Lions are back. I think the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers might be the 3 best teams in the NFC, and the other divisions can get in line. That's my take. Yeah.
I mean, Seattle, for as young as they are, that was a good showing by them last night. You know, like I think, they've got some things that their new head coach going through, and they went toe-to-toe, and then the second half, Kenneth Walker really turned it on. Getting him back is going to help. So Seattle, I think, is right up there, too, on the top. But I am obsessed with watching the Detroit Lions because their offensive coordinator doesn't get bored with running the football. So many offensive coordinators are like, oh, it's working. Oh, I should try this. And he's like, no, it's working. Let's just keep hammering down and going for it. I am obsessed with what the Lions are doing on offense.
Yeah. Dude, it's kind of like what we talked about years ago when Dan Campbell got there. Like, he is who he is, and he's never going to change. And that's exactly who they are. And they're going to come out and punch you right in the mouth. This was one of the most exciting games of the weekend. Honestly, I thought Seattle hung in there. And I was like, okay, you went up a step in my book. I think for a minute there, I was kind of like, I'm not sure about this 3-0, but the Lions are for sure one of my top teams. I mean, when you talk about a team that can come out week in and week out and kick you square in the face, and then play action. Like when you go 100% completion rate for the day, we did it one time in Frisco, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's the greatest plane ride I was ever on. After like everyone was like,
Alex Smith?
Oh my, yeah. He went like 19 for 19, and I was like, this is the greatest day ever. And everything was simple, and everything went through the run game, and all of a sudden it was like, let the offensive line dictate how this game's going to go. And that's how Dan's always been. And that's why I'm still obsessed with him, because he never changes. We are who we are. We're going to come out and punch you in the mouth. And if that's not good enough, we'll go back to the drawing board. Like, that's how you win football games, but that's how you get guys to buy in. And that's what they've been doing. And you add Zeitler to this offensive line, stop it. Stop it.
So I know Jay just went on a whole thing about how he doesn't get bored calling run plays, except we're going to start with, I don't know, a trick play reverse that turns into a touchdown pass.
Everyone knows that everyone thinks they're running the football down here.
Right.
I mean, everybody's like, they're inside the 10-yard. They're just going to run it 3 times.
How many guys are in that box? Go back. Go look how many guys are in that damn box, dude. Like, and as soon as they see this reverse, if you go from this wide angle, you can see all of them take off at the same exact time. Oh, no.
Right, dude. The box is stacked.
How many we got there? We got like 10 in the box. There's
5
10
on the line. Yeah, there's only one guy in the end zone.
There's
Everyone
10
else
in the box.
is locked
I
up.
want you to watch all 10 of them break on this reverse.
Pause right there.
Oh, no.
There is one guy on this side of the hash.
And
one guy.
This dude right here.
By the way,
Yes.
if we're running an out route or a corner route in this back end zone, we're free there too. Like, see what the power of punching somebody in the face can do to them. Oh my gosh! Now look, they've all noticed
this is
at
wide
the same
open
time.
here too.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like, there's 2 open routes, but they're like, no, we're gonna dig a dagger into your heart. We're gonna throw it to the quarterback.
The slow quarterback. He's not an athlete either.
I love this.
He looks
Not
like
at
a
all.
baby deer. He's Phillip Rivers incarnated running the ball. But gosh, it's just so powerful when you can just punch, like Boone said. You see all numbers running to the sideline. Every single one of them. 48, 21, 0. They all take the cheese because they know that if this running back or whoever they put the ball here, this run game is just so dominant. Right? Look how fast those linebackers step up initially and then just sprint to the sideline. Right? All numbers are locked in. No one thinks about this. This is just a brilliant play call and a way to put in, because guess what? Now teams are going to have to practice this. Teams are going to have to look at this play and go, hey, if they try this again, and then they may hesitate, like, hey, is this the next week? Is this the trick play? And then all of a sudden, Amon-Ra St. Brown circling the end zone, going ready in for a touchdown.
Is there any case to be made to just make is it an easier throw to hit the dude that's wide open down here?
I don't think he's even supposed to be an option. This play is called to go to Jared Goff. Like he never even looks at Jameson Williams.
That's hilarious, man.
Incredible.
This poor defender too is just gonna watch.
He tried.
Times on film.
Yeah, he tried to get there. He was close, but Goff put the speed in. He dropped the trailer and away he went.
Let's look at a couple other. Here's a big strike here. I think the Seahawks were kind of coming back in this game. Lions need to.
Well, look at this. I mean, there's 5 guys
counterpunch.
on the line of scrimmage, right? So immediately, 5 guys on the scrimmage. You know that you're going to have multiple guys in, and yeah, this was right after the Seahawks scored. I think this was like the next play, right? Like this was the next play after the Seahawks scored. They get the ball, they come out, and they just absolutely throw play action like Booney talked about. 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. They're built to stop the run. You know you got man coverage on the back end. Do a pre-snap motion.
I mean, dude, you got
Two's
9 guys in the
blitzing.
box jumping up. You got 9 guys in there jumping up. Look, you got 2 guys running right by everybody. 42 is like, oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this again. Oh my God.
So
Gotta
two's
give-
two's blitzing here. Keep
Yeah,
going.
it's a free safety blitz, right? They're bringing the free safety off the backside. Jahmyr Gibbs does a phenomenal job picking this pressure up. I can't tell you how many times I've watched running backs run right by this pressure, right? Gibbs sees it right there. Boom, butts him up. Look at that pocket.
Dude.
I mean, look at that pocket. That is just pure bliss for a quarterback. And he just puts it on. Go back. Hold on, Mackie. Go back. Watch
back.
where Jameson Williams is when he releases this football.
I was
get the-
wondering if
let's show
anyone
the
else
wide here.
noticed that.
Show the wide here.
No,
Yeah,
the end zone's better.
He's
The
on
end
the
zone's better.
opposite hash.
So just watch Jameson Williams when he throws this ball. This is elite level quarterback playing with anticipation and ball placement, right? He feels the pressure. Boom, pause it. He is on this hash. They're on the same hash.
Yeah.
And he just watch where he throws this ball.
He's throwing it over here.
He's
right?
throwing it way over there.
On the
Right.
other side.
The anticipation of Jared Goff on this play is phenomenal. He catches it outside the other hash.
How
Wow.
sweet is that, dude?
I mean, that's just trust in your receivers. That's just trust in your arm strength. That's trust in everything. And then if this dude is I remember him in college being an absolute freak, and he looks
Stud.
just like he did. Coming back from the ACL, the gambling issues, the 1-2 punch. I mean, he started emoting at the 10-yard line.
He did. Let's go,
Right?
Yeah, let's go back. When did he start? He did little Dion high steps.
He might have been
here
at the
some
40.
point.
He might have been at the 40. Right
Here's the
about
40.
here.
30
There's a little. All right, there's a little flare.
right there.
Yeah. Let's
High
go.
stepping dude, from the 15-yard line in. That is insane.
I'm telling you, Brody. And we didn't even talk about their jersey selection.
Oh, maybe the
God.
best jersey
Talk
combo in the
dirty.
NFL right now.
I'm in love with it. Turned on the game and I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
I think I love the jerseys. I love the black on black. I would have gone silver helmets on this.
Dude, why you
Silver
gotta ruin
helmets
this?
with the
Why
black
do you
on
have to ruin this moment?
I'm just here to fix the uniforms.
Stop it.
Something wrong with you, Maggie.
I did find out from Alex
Hey.
on the podcast that black on black makes it easier to soil yourself during a football game
No
without
question.
getting caught.
You
by
can
the way.
piss your
God,
pants.
this is
and
what
nobody will
happens when
tell.
I leave. You guys talk about pissing your pants.
Hey, listen. I want to talk about this is one of the things, and this kind of looks like this is why they're starting to separate themselves. Watch this pocket. There's only 4 guys that rush. Watch this pocket. When you give these guys a clean pocket, and we just saw the elite level throw that he can make versus a pressure, and you let him just stand back there, you're letting him dice you up. I mean, look at that. My left
This is
guard
also
just
the
put a
backup
dude
left
on
guard, by the way.
ground.
This is the backup left guard who played a phenomenal game. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not
Neither
even
can I, and
trying.
I'm not going to. But he balled.
He
out.
played
And
a phenomenal game.
look at dude,
Not
he
gonna
put a
touch
dude.
my quarterback.
He put a dude on his back in bro. You know how hard
And
that
Goff
is to
does a
do?
great job kind of feeling like, okay, he's bringing this defender this way. Just a slight sidestep to the left by
Yep.
Goff here, too. Right there.
Oh, okay, we're good. Dude, look at that
dude
window.
just
I'm telling you, man, that was violent too. I love dude, that. Is the
That catch
most-
is insane.
Jeez, man.
this team is insane. I love
That
it.
catch is insane.
Right there.
Look at that. Am I in? I'm in. Dude, they're so acrobatic. I don't know how they.
Dude,
do
the
it.
problem was none of the.
I don't know how
Did
they
you
do
notice
it.
how none of the referees signaled touchdown on this play? Troy Aikman. Oh, I guess he did it way over here. But like, dude, Troy Aikman was beside himself in the booth. He was like,
What is it?
They didn't say anything. Is it a touchdown? He's like, I don't know what to say.
Troy, calm down. Calm down, Troy.
I want to show you guys just one more here for sure.
Skipper.
So we're
Dan
going
Skipper, baby.
extra 300 pounds
buddy.
on the offensive
And I
line
love that
here.
the crowd cheers so loud that Jared always has to like tell them to shut up. right? Because whenever they hear 70 reporting, they're like, yeah.
They go nuts. They go nuts. Dude, it's such a fun place now. God, look at this. Get in there.
That's just an unbelievable individual effort by David Montgomery. I mean, that's the starting middle linebacker meeting you behind the line of scrimmage. Right, so they're in a 6. This is a 6-2. Is this 6-2?
It's 6-2.
6-2 gaps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 6-2 gap defense here. I was surprised 94 isn't pinched down a little bit more,
tiny
like the
bit
guy on
more.
the right.
But he probably doesn't want to get pinned in, right? He wants to make that pin
He wants to make sure that's
hard.
a really hard block. That's a tough
and then,
block, Taylor.
See that guy outside, Mackey? We've talked about this. This is where that wing's normally supposed to be. Right in there, how he splits that wing alignment because they're off the ball together. See how he kind of splits it right there? But Skipper does a great job of getting him on and then getting down to 94.
So we're looking over right in
well,
here.
so this
the problem
technically,
is zero
this technically
comes
has got to go all the way to 0. This
and
combination
that's who kind
on
of
the far
breaks
right.
us up.
Yeah, so technically this combination, Skipper and the wing have to get all the way to 0. But, I mean, Skipper's late to it coming down, and that's what makes that 4-eye such a hard thing because he knows he can't just let 55 go free or else the wing's toast. But he also has to make sure he gets all the way to 0 with this cross motion. I mean, 0 reads it perfectly. Perfectly.
Montgomery just
says, not today, little boy. I'm coming up.
Ooh, I'm out of here.
All right, I lied. Let's do another one here. They had 6 touchdowns.
This is too good.
This is football. The Lions are football porn. Let's just be
They
honest.
really are.
Also,
Dan
I have Dave
Campbell.
Montgomery on my fantasy team, and Jahmyr Gibbs is really stealing my thunder.
It's very 50-50.
Speaking
It
of
is.
which, here it comes.
Look at this. Look at that push.
And I'm just going to
This is the one where I was talking about the left guard. This was one of the ones that I think they even highlighted him on the look at him all fired up down there. Like go back and watch, and from the back end, watch the left guard here. Phenomenal drive block. Right, he's got a double team here with Decker. They're moving it all the way across the ball. When this inside zone play is here, it's meant to hit behind the backside left guard. Like this is where this ball is meant to go. The big block is the left guard. 74 does a great job cutting him off, and then Decker pushes him across, and then he just drives his feet and finishes him.
Watch this.
Boop, 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 boop. Score on your man. How many times do we hear that, Booney? Right?
So
if
many
you're inside
times.
the 5-yard line, the coaching point is score on your man. Put your man in the end zone.
How
know
many
what I love
Lions
about this?
linemen wind up in the end zone here? It's like at least 3 of them.
Two
or
But
3. Yeah.
The nice thing about this is the play design behind it. If you notice, the fullback is
crossback.
offset. And so instantly, if you're the defense, you line up, you're thinking you have a wing to your left, you have the fullback over there, you're thinking this is wide zone to the left, right? You're like, oh, guaranteed. And then all of a sudden we go in motion the other way. And what's really this cross, I don't know what we'd call this, like a zone. It's fun because it puts the end on the fullback and lets the tackle just run through and exactly what they want to do, create this massive lane in the B gap right there for the running back to cut back, which is just huge.
Watch the fullback.
Beautiful
Nice
play
cut
design.
here. Nice
Beautiful
cut by the
play
fullback.
design, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he just chops down the backside D end.
Hey, what else is that going to do? Slow him down on the pass rush? Ooh.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I think, dude, Gibbs. Gibbs is starting to remind me a little bit of Le'Veon Bell. The patience, right, where he sets things up in the backfield and then has the acceleration to just hammer and go. He's starting to look like vintage Steelers Le'Veon Bell a little bit. He's not as big, obviously, but that patience in the backfield and then the one-cut acceleration through the hole.
dude,
and then
that's
you
a
just
name
bring
from
the hammer in.
past. My
Yeah.
God. I don't know if that's a knock, though, at some point. Like, you're like, maybe
No, I said Steelers
Oh.
Le'Veon Bell, not
Yeah.
Jets
okay.
Le'Veon Bell.
Not boxer
Steelers
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon
Oh, okay,
Bell,
okay.
not
Dude,
New York Jets.
dude,
I follow a bunch of these like old NFL highlights accounts on social media, and I saw one of vintage Steelers Le'Veon Bell the other day, where he's just
insane.
He's just gliding, floating, he tap dance a little bit. Such a unique style.
Remember how he could stop and then like cut all the way back in one swift mode? You were like, what is going? And he would like dance. It's awesome. No question. But yeah,
So,
for sure, dude, the
Detroit,
Lions are rolling.
What a
Dude,
performance.
Hey,
Seahawks, maybe
they're
on one
dude,
hand,
they're still
hey,
tough.
they finally played someone they lost, but they hung in there on the road. That was an honorable performance by the Seahawks, more than maybe the scoreboard would indicate.
Agreed.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think the Seahawks are still very much in contention for the West and playoff hunt.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
So-
excited for this Lions Vikings game now. I mean,
Oh,
it's
a
gonna
couple
be-
weeks. NFC North, man.
It's gonna be
Putting everyone on notice. If you're a Lions fan, maybe you're new to the O-line committee. If you enjoyed this film breakdown, click that subscribe button and the like button on the O-line committee YouTube channel. We also have our weekly podcast recapping the games from Sunday. You can find that Score North. Listen to me. a show from my other
ding
one.
him. Emmy.
Ding.
That's my other podcast company. the O-Line Committee
There you
YouTube
go.
channel, Apple, and Spotify.
It's been a long day.
A lot of content being recorded
A lot
here
of
today.
content.